But sports right now, there's a lot going on. You have all the different sports shows, whether it's ESPN, Get Up, or First Take. You have Fox Sports with a couple different shows on there, and Undisputed. There's a guy that just needs to fucking retire. He looks like he's dead, first of all. The guy that's the host. And then his best thing is he brought on Keyshawn Johnson and a couple other people. But you have all these shows, and all they do is degrade the athletes. Well, it's their job to point things out. It's also their job to say, what's the correct word? My sources. Whether they're real or not, who knows? But the great thing is you have the people who play sports, and then they turn into commentators in the media. Then you have the people who are journalists who've never played sports, but their minds are brilliant. You have some people that I always love. For me, there's the sports reporters, and there's the sports announcers. To me, the announcers are the ones live at the game, whether it's on television, radio, YouTube, any type of streaming. And the sports reporters are phenomenal. My favorite sports reporters to me, Ramona Shelburne and Marcus Wiley are right here. Right after them is Monica McNutt and Mina Kimes. Brilliant minds. They bring different perspective. Then you have Keyshawn Johnson. I love Max Kellerman. I love Mike Greenberg. I love Ryan Clark, LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn. You have all these wonderful people giving an opinion. One great thing about Ramona Shelburne is the fact that her knowledge of sports, because she was a great softball, pardon me, her knowledge of sports is amazing. And you never hear her degrade somebody. You have others put people down to make themselves look like, look at me, Stephen A. Smith. There's a guy that does it all the time. But the bottom line is, he talks about himself in the third party. He always talks about how he looks, always talks about he's on a soap opera. No one cares. What people care about is getting facts and hearing stories. And if you think about it, if he's the highest paid person at ESPN, I think he might be the second highest now because they just brought on Pat, came from YouTube. I can't remember his name. He's got a show on there. I think he signed a contract for 5 years at $85 million. He has Aaron Rodgers on every Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. Then he has Coach Saban on from Alabama. What's his name?
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee. And if you look at the Pat McAfee show, it's interesting. They have this thing in the beginning. It talks about, swearing and this and that. They dummy down everything. He's got a brilliant mind. He has people on the show that are his team, which I'm not too sure about. They kind of bore the hell out of me. But the reality is, another thing people don't realize, it's like in anything. If you want people to help build you, and he made a statement, I'm not sure, last couple of days or maybe last week, that Aaron Rodgers helped build his show when he was on YouTube. So Aaron Rodgers gets to be on his show, I believe it's once a week, for maybe $1 million or something like that. Lou Saban, he pays to be on his show. Why would you not pay people who can help you, who can help get you the notoriety you want? Because I'm sure Aaron Rodgers alone helped get him this contract. Because now, and when you're working with people, if you're on television and you have shows, you have producers, you have people behind the scene no one ever hears about that are the ones who go out and contact the athletes, their representatives, their agents. So you have a whole team of people. It's not just that person you see in front. And when that person is so narcissistic that someone like Stephen A. Smith is just extremely insecure about himself in so many ways. Because when you have to talk about yourself and how great you are all the time, it gets annoying. I think it gets annoying for everybody. One of the great things for me is now there's Professional Women's Hockey League. I'm trying to figure out where the teams are. I know they're in different states. I don't know if they're in California. I think it's awesome. We have women who are going to be paid to play. And I had the blessing to see 2 teams play last year. And let me tell you, the men are ferocious. The women are just as ferocious. And skill level is just phenomenal. So we have all these different things going on right now. We have people preparing for the Olympics. We have so many things that are happening in sports. It's a blessing to be around because I don't know about you, but I'm on the phone a lot during the day working and I have sports on. I get soccer from every country in the world. I have over 400 channels, thank you, Jesus, and don't know half of them, but 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm up, I get sports from someplace. Sports is the one thing that's universal. Everybody that you know or that I know is connected some way in sports, whether it's them, their kids, aunt, uncle, cousins, people they went to high school with. And sports is just something that brings so many people together. You think about college sports. Look at all these fans on the weekends when it comes to the college sports. I would tell you what this is, but no one's paid me. I definitely sound like a person who lives in a trailer crash. But you have all these sports, and you have people who built bonds with each other going to sports. All the memorabilia from years past, all the jerseys, the jackets, the hats, everything they have, it's a billion dollar business. But look at the friends you make. Look at the people you associate with. It's so cool to watch these people tailgate. I don't know if you've ever been to a tailgate. I went once, never went into the game because the people were offering, it was one of the most amazing things. And then you get to meet people. You get to have the people from the South, the Big Ten, SEC, SEC, Pac-12, Pac-2 now. You have, and that's an interesting thing, you have 6 teams, I believe it is. I can't remember how many of the top 25 from the Pac-12. And it's going away. For whatever reasons, who knows? You have UCLA and USC heading out to the Big Ten, I believe it is. You have Oregon and I think Washington going elsewhere. What's the bottom line here?